Hey guys, it's Brer. Um, haven't made a video in a while because I don't really care. But my friend, uh, he wanted me to make a video, so I did it. Um, so been going on in my life? Uh, it's been very simple, and I've been making it more simple. I've cut basically everything out of my life except work. Not that I like work as in I get paid, but not that I'm like focusing on it. I'm just at home or I'm at work or I'm shopping for food. Um, or maybe I'm like exploring some place I haven't been, just like have a 1 day adventure once in a while. Um, but yeah, since COVID happened, that also cut a lot of things out. The only thing I stopped breakdancing. I was going to like a ashram because I've been studying comparative mythology and religion, and it was interesting to me. But they wanted me to join. Uh, no, that, and I was going there like twice a week. Tuesdays I'd go to their lesson, and Friday I'd go to their. No, Sunday I'd go to their. They would have this like chanting thing. It was really fun. I actually want to go back there. It's really nice, but it's still closed. So I stopped going there. But I'm wanting to get like a yoga practice down and a meditation practice down, and I don't want to do it on my own. So I'm thinking in a while I'm going to go to a yoga studio, but I also want to. I'd like to go to like an actual temple with people who like dedicate their lives to or an ashram to like learning this stuff and talk to them because I find it just all very interesting. It's very exciting to learn. And I want to learn. Like I want to study all the religions really. I want to have like a good idea of them. I don't know too much about the Eastern religions. I know a bit more than what I used to. I like Buddhism, the Hare Krishnas, the Shiva worshippers, the ones that worship the elephant head dude. I've got his name. I've been watching like Sadhguru on YouTube, so I guess I know a bit about it. But and there's the Bhagavad Gita, which is the one I have, which is the Hare Krishna one, the one they use, and that's part of a bigger book, which is like the don't know how to say it. It starts with M, or the Vedic scriptures, and that's really interesting. It's like because I grew up Christian, and so you sort of like about the Bible and you know how that world sort of works, but it's like you never hear about like Hinduism, Buddhism exists, but you like never research them, you never hear about them, like, and it's like these are like whole civilizations that have like had huge conflicts, like to the same degree that the Western world has, and like they've gone through all this different stuff, and I was gonna say evolved, like they've just they've evolved in different ways, not literally, but you get what I mean, like progressed in different ways, and yeah, it's just really interesting. It's like a whole new, it's like visiting like another world. It's like like literally, it's like yeah. But anyway, but at the moment, my life is just work, and what I'm doing besides work is I wake up and I read. So I've been waking up at 5 and going to bed at 8, which has been really good. And I read for an hour. I've been reading The Denial of Death by Eric. Forgot his name. It'll come to me. So I'm going through Jordan Peterson's psychoanalysis reading list. He's got a whole reading list. There's like 90 books on it, so it's pretty big. And I'm just going through it very slowly. It's been really interesting. And so this guy is like the first guy. It's like an introduction to all the other ones, and then you get into Freud and Jung and other people I don't know the name of, something Adler. But basically what this book is about is he's saying that we have a fear of death which we repress because it's like too terrifying, and you know, he was talking about how like schizophrenics are people who have a hard time suppressing their fear of death, and that we use character as a way to elude ourselves or something. I'm not explaining it very well, but I think that's the basic idea. And he uses like psychoanalytic theory to explain it. He draws on a guy called Otto Rank, who's like a lesser known psychoanalyst, but apparently feels like he's a lesser known genius. So I'm reading through that. It's really interesting, and I'm making an essay. So after that, I've been experimenting with how much time I do spend on it. But this morning I only did 30 minutes where I just write. And I was writing an essay on Joseph Campbell's A Hero with a Thousand Faces. Because what I've been able to do is I go on walks and I explain how the hero of the Thousand Faces, like what the book's about, and I can do that pretty well. I feel go through all the points, I understand it. But I want to just refine my thinking more, and I'm using an essay to learn how to do that. So I've been using Jordan Peterson's essay writing guide, and so basically doing a 1,000-word essay and just keeping it very simple for myself and just trying to chip through that slowly. I've written, the introduction. I feel like I got a decent first draft. So that's good, and I've written out all the paragraphs I want to talk about. And I tried to do it before, but it didn't work out. I think I tried to be too complicated with it. I tried to explain too much. Whereas this one, I feel like I'm only going to explain what I know. So that's basically what I do. Wake up, read for an hour, then write, and think about storytelling for most of the day. And so my plans from this moment forward is I'm just going to keep doing that and keep increasing my hours of writing and reading. I'm going to max it out at 3 hours a day, because that's what Jordan Peterson does, and he says a lot of people say, oh, stay 6 to 10 hours a day or whatever, but our concentration wanes over time. So I don't know, I'm not someone to give advice about studying. I failed school, but I'm just gonna do that for the moment. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then from there I want to write. I've got a few goals of essays I want to write. I want to try this thing where I think essay writing gives you a good way of giving context to a reader. And that's a good practice for that. And with storytelling, I think that's half of it, is you got to give context to the reader. It's got to make sense. It's got to flow. It's got to be, yeah. But the other half is it's got to produce emotion inside you. That's what this story does. It teaches you on the logical level and on the visceral level. Is visceral the emotional level? And I've been thinking about emotion stuff. So basically come to the conclusion, what I want to try and do is I want to try and do something that evokes a lot of emotion with me, and then be able to write it out and then write the experience out in the most accurate way I can. So I can most accurately translate that experience to an audience and see how that works. Which is something I'm excited about. So I'm probably going to do that after the essay. What I'm planning to do is lie down in the middle of a busy street, not cars, a walking pathway, because it's a lot of confidence building stuff. They suggest to do stuff like that, or go in the middle of a McDonald's or a Starbucks or whatever and just lie down on the floor, and because you're not hurting anyone, but it's really awkward. I don't want to do it at all, but just observing and being mindful, and that's what the meditation also like just observing myself and learning how my emotions work, how they flow, and like looking at my thoughts and emotions from like a third person point of view, and then recording and writing all that down. I think that would be something could be really effective if I do it right, and could give me a lot more insight into how storytelling works. So that's what I'm planning to do for the moment. After that, I'm planning to sell this car. This is a long video. I guess a lot of stuff is happening. I'm planning to sell this car. Last 2 weeks I haven't used my car. Just see what it'll be like, and it's fine. And I'm gonna save a ton of money if I sell this, so I'll just sell it. And it's been fun to like learn how to use bus routes effectively, and I buy my food once a week, and I'm saving a lot of money there because I'm not being lazy and going out for fast food, because I'm like, one, I can't go out for fast food, and two, if I gotta make lots of shopping trips, I'm gonna waste a ton of time, because instead of it taking 5 minutes to get to the shop, it takes 30. So it's forced me to cook for myself and not be lazy, and it's only been 2 weeks, so 1.5 really. But it's gone fine. I've been cooking a lot of meals. I'm eating a lot healthier. I had fast food once, but it was my sister's birthday, I guess. So excuse me, it's my birthday on the 4th of July. So I'm probably going to eat bad then, but for the most part, I'm eating good. I want to eventually, after I think ascend from minimum wage work, I want to start working out. Again, I might start earlier. It's just, I see no motivation for it, because it's like, I want to look good, but it's just funny, but the reason I want to look good is like, it's not even that it will get me like a partner easier. It's just that like, if I have a partner, I don't want to be like, I want to look good for them. Whatever. But I want to look good. I could look good. I'm decently attractive, but I don't really do anything to make it better, and I could do a lot to make it make myself look better. But at the moment, I see no point. I'm not looking for a partner. So once I maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I'm looking for a partner. But I do want to be healthy, so I want to do yoga and meditation and eat well, because that will just keep me healthy. And the gym helps a little, but if I'm doing all that other stuff, it won't really matter. It will just more like looks. So I'll do that. I wrote a whole goal list out, and then there's a ton of like super interesting stuff I want to study. As I've been saying, like religion, I'm really interested in like the architecture of like cathedrals. I've been listening to a lot of, musical terms like classical music or whatever, the like Christian hymns and chanting, and that's all very interesting to me, and how it relates to psychology, and which is what I'm gonna make. That's what my first essay about, because I think I'm wanting to talk about this stuff, but it's very hard for me to talk about it because I can't express it coherently, because I'm very interested in mythology and religion and psychology, which all came from Joseph Campbell's book, and that all stemmed from my love of movies and how I wanted to be a screenwriter, and so I want to explain why I love that. I think a lot of people would be very interested if they knew, if people knew why I was interested in it. I think a lot more people would be interested in it, and I can't really find any really good videos explaining it. I think Jordan Peterson does an alright way of explaining it. Of course, he has a lot of baggage with his political and philosophical beliefs, many of which I disagree with. But when he talks about psychology and even religion, he has a very cool view on. So that's why I watch him mainly. And I'm trying to keep out of politics as much as possible. It just makes me mad, and unless I had an intention of unless it was my goal to change the world's mind politically. Well, I guess it is kind of, because I want to make movies or art or whatever. I'm not too tied to making movies. It's just what I'm tied to is mythology, religion, and psychology. That's what I care about most. But yeah, it's not a priority now. I'm 22, almost 23. But 15 minutes video. Okay, I'll wrap up soon. But I'm 22. Okay, I don't study economics. I don't dive into political issues and study them, and so I really shouldn't be spreading my opinions about them. Even veganism, which I think I have a very I've done a lot more reading than the average person on it. At the moment, I really do want to. I'm very passionate about it. I really do want to, make the world more vegan, so less harm comes to animals. But at the moment, I'm just putting that on the back burner. I'm just focusing on, upping my skills, becoming a more influential person, and seeing what I can do from there once I actually have some power, I guess, because I have no power now. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you did, I don't know if I'll make many more of these. Since I'm selling this car, it's going to be hard to find a place to record these, but it is fun to talk about my life. So yeah, peace out.